Hey, welcome, my scrapping friends. All right, this is the quick and easy folio series that I'm hosting, and this is style number 1 that we are going to be making, and I will be decorating it with the Simple Stories um, Vintage Berry Fields, and then I have the bits and pieces. So that's what I'm going to be decorating this one, and I will be decorating it right here with you guys. So this one will be part 1, style 1, and then I'll come on and decorate this one. All right. So let's get to work. All right. So piece A, we do nothing to it. Okay. Don't forget, I will put the link down below where you can go purchase the cutting guide and the written instructions. It's just really cheap. I will be making 4 of these and doing them right here with you guys. But you can purchase the cutting guide and the written instructions. I think it's like 12 bucks, and you can get all 4 of them. All right. So piece A, we do nothing to it. And it is 7 3/4 by 9 1/2. Okay. And then piece B is 7 3/4 by 10 1/2. And you apply your tape to the indented side on both ends. So you're going to score 1/2 inch on, a scoreboard here. Okay. On the 10 1/2 inch side, you're scoring at 1/2 inch and then 1/2 inch. Okay. And then you apply the tape to the indented side, please. Then we're going to fold towards the bumpy side. And I am using 80-pound cardstock for just the covers, and then I'm using 65-pound weight for the inside. Okay. So piece A goes right on top, or piece B goes right on top of piece A. So you're going to line it up. Okay. Best that you can. Sometimes you turn it around, you can get it. And if you have to trim off a little bit on one side, so be it. And I think my one side is just a little bit longer. But we'll see. We will see. Yep, I thought it was. All right. So when that happens, I'm probably just cut it crooked, or my paper just wasn't quite straight. Because I'm finding more and more a lot of papers are not the true size. All right, so now we have a sleeve. Okay, so now piece D, C, and D. Okay, piece C is 7 5/8 by 9 1/2. Okay, and you're going to score. Okay, you're going to score on the 7 and 3. What did I? Okay, piece C is 7 5/8 by 9 1/2. You're going to score it 1/2 inch, and then 1 1/8. This is piece C. Okay, piece D is 7 3/4 by 9 1/2, and you're going to score it 1/2 inch and 1 1/4 inch. Okay. So piece C is 7 5/8 by 9 1/2. You're scoring on the 7 5/8 side at 1/2 inch and then 1/8. Piece D is 7 3/4 by 9 1/2. You're scoring on the 7 3/4 inch side at 1/2 inch and 1 1/4. So now you're going to apply your tape to both sides of that 1/2 inch. Both sides. And I'm going to stay a little bit closer to the cut edge. That way, if it doesn't quite fit, my tape is not going to show. Okay. Do this to both pieces, please. On both sides. All right. Well, I guess I could I'll put these up there for a little bit and then hopefully you can see them. All right. So piece C, you're going to fold towards the bumpy side and burnish. Okay. Then you're going to fold on your other score line towards the bumpy side and burnish. That's a gusset. Okay, that is a gusset. So we're going to do the same thing with piece B. I'm going to fold on my 1/2 inch towards the bumpy and burnish. And again, it has a gusset as well. Okay. Okay. Now piece C is going to go on your left-hand side. Okay. It has a little bit less of a gusset than piece. Oh wait, piece D. Yeah, because piece C folds over, and then piece D. So your bigger gusset, piece D, will go on your left-hand side. Now you're going to miter just up to that score line. Do not go past that score line. Okay, do not. And what this does, it allows easy to get it in that sleeve pocket, piece A and B, just a little bit better. Okay. So piece D is on your left-hand side. Hopefully it fits. Just up to that score line, okay? Don't go past. So I'm just going to take one piece of my tape off, and then I'll take the other one off when I get it on. Just up, just kiss that score line, okay? There we go. Let's get our piece C on here. Okay. And hopefully it fits. So I'm going to take one side off. All right. So now you can flip it over and take your tapes off. Okay. There we go. Yay. So I'm going to say my A piece is that one. C is on your right-hand side. And D is on your left-hand side. C is on your right-hand side. I think I misspoke that. All right. So now we have this. That's our folio. All right. So I'll take these. Now, piece F. Piece E, sorry. You're going to need 6 of these at 4 1/4. When I cut these, I used 8 1/2. When I cut these, that got me my E pieces. Okay, so I cut my G pieces. And that got me my E pieces. Okay, your G pieces are going to go here. That's our waterfall, and a waterfall here. Okay, so piece E, you're going to stick it in your scoreboard, and they are 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and I have just a hair past 4 1/4, but we're calling it 4 1/4. So I'm going to score my 1/2 inch here. Okay, on the 4 1/4 inch side, score it 1/2 inch. Do that to all 6 pieces. Apply your tape to the indented side. Piece G is you're putting it in your scoreboard at 6 3/4 and scoring 1/2 inch. Now I will tell you, when you're doing a waterfall, I always score my 1/2 inch on this side, not this side. And the reason I do that is that way I have a true 1/2 inch on every piece. If your paper was off just a little bit and you scored 1/2 inch, you may have 1/8 inch more here. And then when you go to put this on, you're going to have one that would be a little bit bigger. So I always score my 1/2 inch on my waterfalls here. Okay, just a little tip. All right, so now you're going to apply the tape to the indented side on piece G and E. Okay, and you're going to fold towards the bumpy side. Fold towards the bumpy side. Okay. So piece E, you're going to need 3 of them for this side and 3 for this side. Okay, so you're going to fold and burnish. Okay. And I may round my corners too. I'm not for sure yet. A rounded corner will take a beating more than a straight corner. All right, so these are going to go right here. Okay, so just like that. So I'm going to line it up from top to bottom. Take my tape off. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get my other 3 on the other side, and we need to be thinking about paper because the rest of it has to be papered. Okay, so I'm going to get my other one over here. I'm going to center it from top to bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and get one of our G pieces on here as well, because we might as well go ahead and do it all at once. Okay, so piece G is going to go up here. You can either put it at the top. I like to have a little bit of my paper peeking out, so I need to decorate it first. All right, let's get our paper pack and let's decide on some paper. All right. All right. Okay, I don't want to use that. Oh, look at that. that is beautiful. Ooh, that piece may work. That's pretty. That's pretty too. What's on the back side? Ooh, red. I think I'm going to use the red for the middle part. All right. All right. So and I think, let's see. Okay, let's get our other two. I may add an element to this. You guys know me. I always got to add more than I planned. I don't know when to stop. Okay, let's see how far we get with these. Because I'm really thinking. Yeah, we add a little. I was thinking about we could add just a little pocket here to help hold these down. We have some strips left over. If we done just a little pocket, then we could have a little insertion place to hold that all nice and tidy. So if we done that, then we could use a full sheet, or cut a sheet in half. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. So I'm just going to kind of quickly mark this where I think this might come close to ending. Sorry, I know. I always got to add something. So I'm just going to make a little tick mark. So if we put this in, let's see, our folder is 9.5, right? Folio. So this piece here needs to be 10.5. So let's cut this piece down. And this is just a piece that was left over from cutting. Why not use all our scraps up? Why not? So 10.5. And I'll give you a measurement on the other side once we get this scored, and we'll see where we're at. So I'm going to, on the 2-inch side, I'm going to score 1/2 inch. And then 1/2 inch on each end. Okay. We'll see where that gets us. We may have to cut it down just a little bit, but we'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my tape. I knew I would probably add to this. I knew I would. All right. And then that way we have something to kind of keep that waterfall all nice and tidy. Plus, it'll give us a little extra room for more photos. Okay, so now I'm going to miter right through our X, because when we scored, we got an X, okay? So I'm going to cut right through that X on both sides, right through that X. The reason we do that is because it reduces bulk. So now I'm going to fold and burnish. Okay, we need to cut this down just like 1/4 of an inch. So it's going to be 1 3/4 is what your actual length would be instead of the 2. Okay. I just cut it down 1/4 of an inch. All right, I think, yes, that will work. Okay, let's do it. So now I'm going to line it. I'm not going to put it on my score line, just be right beside my score line because this needs to fold. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it here and take my tape off. Ah, dang it. Come on. Jeez Louise. I'm on the struggle bus. Just right beside it. Okay, just right beside it, guys. And where'd my tape? My tape was out. Come on. I might as well just take it all off, and then I'll put it down. All right. There we go. Okay. So now, if we cut this paper in half or 6 inches, that gets us, yes. Okay, so these are the 2 that I want, right? I don't know. I really like the striped. Where'd that stripe go? Oh, there it is. Oh, now. Let's do these 2. So I'm going to put my stripe on each side and then put this here. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we know our folio is 9 1/2, so I'm going to go 9 1/4 and then 1 notch. Okay, 9 1/4 and 1 notch. I always do that 1 notch. Don't ask me. It gets, sometimes 1/4 is almost too much, especially on a cover. So now I'm going to cut this at 6. I've done that for a long time. It had that extra notch. So then this is going to go right here. All right, let's do her. And I think I'm going to ink. I'm going to use Distress ink, Gathered Twigs. This just hides the raw edge. Kind of gives it a distressed look. And since it's going in a pocket, you only need to do 3 sides. All right. Now you have to get up over that 1/2 inch. That's inside there. There. Okay, and that piece will go over here. Okay. Now we can put the rest of our waterfall down. Okay. Now either you can have the paper peeking out, kind of, you know, go like what a 1/2 inch would be, okay? Have a little paper peeking out. So you're gonna line it up, make sure she's straight. I'm gonna stick her down. If you line it right up against your other one, then it's creating more bulk, okay? So this one is going to go right beside this one. I'm going to line it up where I think it needs to be. And I shut it. Make sure it's lined up with the other ones. And take my tape off. All right, so just like that. And give her a burnish. Okay. Just like that, and then we have that. So then we have a little pocket that we can put some stuff to hold that down. Very cute. Okay, back side of this one. We're going to put this paper here. So I'm looking at 7 3/4. So I'm going to go 7 1/2 and 1 notch. Okay. And I'm going to cut my 9 1/2 first. And I think I'm going to cut it from. Okay, let's cut this strip off. Okay. My 9 1/2. Okay, I want some of that. I want that piece left over is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I want that left over. Okay. So that got me my 9 1/2. Okay. Oh, it should have been 9 1/4. Sorry about that. 9 1/4 and 1. Gosh dang it. I could have had a little bit bigger piece. Yikes. Oh well. And now I'll cut it my 7 1/2 and 1 notch. All right. So now this piece is going to go right here. All right, let's get it down, and then we'll get our waterfall. And I'm going to ink all the way around this so it hides the white edge. right, hopefully I get it straight. Ah, dang it. All right, there we go. Sorry, wiggling the camera. All right, so there's that. This piece goes over here. Now, piece G. And I think I'm going to round mine. Okay, so you're going to fold all 6 pieces. And I'm going to round my corners. All right. We got one more piece to add after we get this done. All right, now I got to turn mine sideways. All right, just like that. Piece G. It's going to go right here. And I like to have a little bit of my paper peeking out when I do my waterfalls. And where you think you got it centered, take your tape off. Okay. Now your next one is going to go right beside it. So I'm going to lay it down where I think it needs to go. Sorry, my head's going to get in the way. I can't see that. That corner's not rounded right. Knew it looked funky. Sorry. I can't see. And you just continue this. Okay, you just continue. You just bump your next one right up to it where you think it needs to go. Close them. Make sure you're lined up. Okay, just like that. Just keep going. And I may doodle on that 1/2 inch. I've never done that before. I thought of it the other day. I thought, man, that'd be kind of cute. Or you can stick paper up there in that 1/2 inch. I'm thinking about doodling. Oops, I need to stick this where it needs to go. Okay. That looks good. And that's why I say I score my 1/2 inch on that end of my scoreboard. That way I get a 1/2 inch here every time. Because your paper could be off. You want the off part down here. You don't. Oh, that's how. Oh, I didn't even check to see if that was correct. Whew, I got lucky. I got lucky. So now you're going to burnish these. And there's our waterfall. Pretty neat. Ah, perfect. All right, so now you should have had one more scrap piece here. And remember, it was 1 3/4. Okay, 1 3/4 by 10 1/2. Okay. And that piece is just from all the cuts that we've done. It was a leftover piece. Why not use it? Why not? Okay, I'm going to score my 1/2 inch. We have a couple of other pieces left over. Well, I don't know. Might be able to do a belly band. I just don't know how much room we're going to have by the time we get this decorated. Of course, a folio doesn't hurt if a folio is packed full. It doesn't hurt nothing. Oh, this is going to be so cute. I love it already. Miter, so you're cutting right through that X. When you scored, it formed an X. There we go. Cut right through that. And when you fold, they should just meet up. Okay, if they don't meet up, just trim a little bit off so they just do meet up. And you can tell when you burnish. Okay, you can tell. All right, let's get this piece. Oops. Yeah, mine's overlapping just a hair. So what I do is I just trim it off just a little bit. And now they should, yep, now they just meet up. Okay, I'm going to test it, make sure she fits. And she does. So I'm going to take my tape off. And run it right down the spine, or just right beside that score line. And I am going to try and make this one, oops, a little bit flatter than that other one. I don't want it sticking over. So I need to pick that back up just a hair. You don't want it sticking over, and this one just sticks over just. I'm just going to make sure it doesn't stick over. All right, give her a burnish. All right, get our paper down. All right. We'll see how much room we have. We may add maybe a couple of belly bands. All right, let's ink. We just need ink 3 sides. These folios make great gifts, even, you know, great craft fair idea. You know, just hold, you know, a few photos. This one will hold probably, I bet this one will probably hold 50. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right. Now let's put our other E pieces. I'm going to flip it around, guys, okay? I work better from this side. Okay, I'm going to estimate where my 1/2 inch is. Make sure she's all lined up, and it's not. Sorry, you hear my husband's, somebody must have texted my husband. Okay, when you got it, take your tape off. Okay, now this one is going to go right beside it. So I'm just going to put it up here. Make sure she's correct, and she is. I can take my tape off. All right, give them a good burnish. All right. So now we have another piece. It's piece F. Okay, piece F. You're going to stick it in your scoreboard. There's piece F. You need 2 of them at 6.5 by 8.5. You're going to score on the, I don't know why, score, it's supposed to be score on the 11-inch side. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. I changed at 6.5 by 11. Sorry. I changed that. Okay. You're scoring at 1/2 inch and 7 3/4. Oh, wait a minute. 1/2 inch. You're going to score at 1/2 inch. Yes, 7 3/4. Okay. So you're scoring 1/2 inch and then 7 3/4. Do that to both pieces, please. Okay, and they are 6.5 by 11. Score an 11-inch side at 1/2 inch and 7 3/4. Okay, now you're going to apply tape to the indented side only. And I made these to go on the out here. I don't know, we may put them here. We'll see. All right. So now you're going to fold towards the bumpy side. Okay, and then you're going to fold towards the bumpy side again. Okay, and when you fold this, you want to make sure that you're all lined up. If not, make a new score line. You want those lined up. You don't want that peeking out. Okay, so you're scoring towards the bumpy side on both of them. Okay, now I had made these to go right. Oh my, they are too. What did I do? I must have done that wrong. I suppose. Oh, there's what I done it on the wrong piece. These were supposed to go here, but I measured it for piece A. That was dumb. That was dumb. I wanted them to go like that. So, scratch that. Well, could we just cut it off? I'd hate to wait. I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste this. So I'm actually, yeah, I don't want to waste this. I'm actually inch. So if we cut off an inch, will that give us what we need? It does work. Because if we cut off an inch, we still got to score an inch. Okay, let me do it with this folded. No, we have to cut off an inch. Hopefully that's right. Hopefully that's right. So these are 11. If we cut them down to 10, let's see what we get. Sorry about that. Now I'm going to rescore my 1/2 inch. Hopefully that is correct. Yes, now it's correct. Okay, so let's cut an inch off of this one. Yay. Really, I could just cut the inch off here. Well, no, because we want that big enough for a photo. So 10.5, or 10. Yeah, because if we cut it off the other end, then we're shortening that, and it'd be pretty short to put a photo on. So that's why I cut off at this end. Because otherwise, you cut an inch off that, and you're only going to have 2 1/4. And we need room for a photograph. All right. So apply your tape on the indented side. All right. And I probably will round that. Now, do we want it on this side? Or do we want it on this side? Because it could go either or. Because you'd flip that open, then you'd flip your waterfall. Or you could flip this open this way, which I kind of like that. But if I do that, I think I want to decorate with paper first to add an element. I do. I think I want those on that side. All right, let's do it. Let's do it now. Oh, I hope we have enough of this. I hope we have enough. Where's my ruler? So, this is 1 1/4. So if we go, I'm going to go here, just a hair over inch. So I'm going to cut this down to 9 1/4 and 1 notch. And then I'm going to go 1 inch and 1 notch. Okay, 1 inch and 1 notch. So there's that one. Guess I better check before I cut another one. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. All right, let's get this. Should have used my glue. Oh well. All right. So now this is going to go right here. Sorry. I'm going to turn this just a hair. Yeah, I'm going to round corners on these. Sorry. Is there a direction on this? Nope. So I make sure I get it straight. Yeah, I am. I'm going to round the corners. Just makes it look soft. Gives it a softer look. It's not so harsh. And like I said, a rounded corner take a beating so much more than a straight corner. All right. So now my piece F is going to go right here. But I want see what I'm doing. You have the paper peeking out. So I'm going to try and center this with my waterfall over here. Give her a good burnish. And that opens up, and then that opens up. And again, I'm going to round these corners. All right, same thing over here. Where's my other piece? What did I do? Cut the wrong... That's the piece I should have had left over. So where is my other piece? Oh my God. Oh, it's right here in front of my face. Phew, I was about ready to panic. And I bet you was telling me that. I was like, oh my gosh, I know I cut it. And piece F, you could put it either or. It really doesn't matter. Okay, you could do either or on it. My initial thought was, you know, the other side. That way it'd help hold this waterfall down. But then I decided on this little pocket. So you could put it either or. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so I'm going to line it up with this. Just a little bit of peeking out. I'm going to try and match it. All right. There's piece F, around the corners. Now, let's look. Let's see what kind of space we got. All right. Like the little rounder is getting full. Okay, so this side, C folds in, then D folds in. Okay. We got... There it is. Don't forget to burnish. All right. So now, if you wanted to, we could put a belly band here. And then that would, whatever you stick in here will help hold that flat. So I have these pieces left over. Where's my other piece like that? Is that it? All right, so I'm going to put a belly band. So the belly band, this piece here, there's just a piece left over from our cuts. It's 1.5. 1.5 by 7.5. Okay, 1.5 by 7.5. Okay, that's just a piece left over from our cuts. So 7.5 by 1.5. Ouch. Okay, grab your scoreboard. Now you're going to score 1/2 inch on each end. Okay, 1/2 inch on each end. Now I'm hoping I have the paper to, I should have. I've got the paper pack, and then I've got the basic kit that goes with it. So hopefully I have enough. If not, of course, I will be putting photo mats in here as well. And for my photo mats, I use just 28-pound copy paper. Because I like to have, when I put photos in my albums, I like to have a border around my photographs. Most of the time. Sometimes I don't. Okay, sometimes I just put them on the paper. It just depends, if the photographs are pretty busy, I like to have them on a plain background. Because you add a busy photo to a busy background and you lose your picture. You don't lose it, but it fades into the background. Okay. So now, this piece here, I'm going to try and turn this. It's going to go right here. And I'm going to go, let's see, where's our piece? Need to get it up here. I'm going to go, I think that looks pretty good. 5/8. 5/8 from my fold line. Okay. And if you need to make it, a mark to where it needs to go, do it. Because I have gotten my belly bands on crooked. I think they look straight, and they're not straight. So if you have to make a mark, so be it. Paper's going to cover it up anyway. Ooh, I do like the look when it's open like that. I do like that. Okay, let's put this one here. Find my, and again, about 5/8. Make sure she's straight. Oops, I moved it. All right, there we go. All right. So now this flap will be held down. Let me find, I don't even have, do I have a pocket card? I just wanted to show you. Well, these don't work very well because they're not sturdy enough, but you'll stick photo mats in here, a photo mat, and that keeps that flap nice and tidy. Okay. So let's do a real quick flip through. Ah, love it. So we have our waterfall right here. Mine almost looks like it's growing crooked. Maybe not. I just need to get my eyes checked. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Okay, and then this side opens up, and we have a belly band that opens up. So something will be a photo mat or something. Then we have this piece here. And then you'll have something in this pocket to hold that waterfall all nice and tidy. And then that closes, and see everything that's all nice. So side C closes first, then D. And I think it's going to be just perfect. Time we get this all decorated, I think it's going to be just perfect. All right. That's it for this video. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I will be back to do the decorating aspect of this folio. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. So as always, keep scrapping. Bye-bye.